Have you ever walked into a bar, seen a bright green drink or a gold bottle on the shelf and thought, wow, that looks like the 80s and the 90s in a glass? Back then, bars were full of smoke, neon signs, sugar-heavy cocktails, and shot glasses lined up on sticky counters. Some of those drinks were actually great. Some of them were pure bad decisions in a bottle. Today we are ranking 10 classic bar liquors from the 80s and the 90s, from worst to best. We are talking about the bottles that powered party nights, weird shots, and hangovers people still talk about. We will look at how they taste, how people really use them in bars, and if they still deserve a spot on your bar today. Let's jump in. Back in the 80s and the 90s, people loved sweet, colorful drinks. A lot of these bottles are liqueurs, which just means they are a mix of alcohol, sugar, and flavor, like fruit, coffee, or herbs. They were perfect for easy shots, fun party drinks, and cocktails with names you probably would not say around your grandma. Some of these bottles were pure hype, some became legends, and a few actually still taste great. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. Number 10, Aftershock, the What Were We Thinking shot. If you were in a wild college bar, you might remember Aftershock. Bright red, sometimes blue, it hit with a strong cinnamon burn, like fire in your mouth. This was not a nice, slow drink. This was a dare in a shot glass. It tasted like hot cinnamon, thick sugar, and regret. People did Aftershock shots to show off, to yell with friends, and to feel tough for a moment, not because it tasted amazing. You almost never saw it used in real cocktails. It was basically there for one job: take a shot, make a face, and keep going. It is here at number 10 because it is all shock and almost no real flavor. Fun story, bad drink. Number 9, Goldschlager, tiny gold, big gimmick. This is that clear cinnamon liqueur with little gold flakes floating inside. It looked fancy, it looked rich, it looked like the kind of thing a movie villain would drink in a nightclub. Taste-wise, it was like sweet, hot mouthwash with strong cinnamon, lots of sugar, and not much depth. People ordered it because there was real gold in it. It looked cool in a shot glass, and it felt like a flex at the bar. But flavor-wise, it was just okay. That's why Goldschlager lands at number 9. Big on looks, pretty average in taste. Number 8, Blue Curacao, the ocean in a glass. If you ever saw a bright blue drink in the 80s or the 90s, this was probably behind it. It turned simple cocktails into glowing, electric blue drinks that looked wild under club lights. It's actually an orange-flavored liqueur, but it mostly tastes like sweet orange candy and blue sugar. It was huge in blue lagoons, giant fishbowl drinks, and any party cocktail that needed to stand out in photos or under neon. Blue Curacao ranks higher than Goldschlager because it actually helped build a lot of fun cocktails and made drinks look exciting, but it's still mostly there for color, not deep flavor. That's why it sits at number 8. Number 7. Midori, the green time machine. If you see a neon green drink in old pictures or movies, Midori probably had something to do with it. It powered the Midori Sour and a bunch of other fruity bar drinks. Midori tastes like honeydew melon, candy, and a whole lot of sugar. It is not subtle at all. Is it soft and smooth? Yes. Is it sweet enough to hurt your teeth? Also yes. Midori is like a time machine in a bottle. One sip and you are back in a crowded bar with big hair, loud music, and way too much cologne in the air. It ranks higher than Blue Curacao because the flavor is more unique and more fun, but it is still a sugar bomb that works best in small doses. That's why it sits at number 7. Number 6, Peach Schnapps, the Fuzzy Navel Star. Peach Schnapps was the key to fuzzy navels, sex on the beach, and tons of other fruity, easy-to-drink cocktails. The taste is big, peach candy, strong sweetness, and almost no bite. It made it very easy to drink way more than you planned. It barely tasted like alcohol. It lands in the middle because it was a huge part of the 80s and 90s cocktail culture. It still works if you want a throwback drink, but by itself it can taste fake and way too sweet. Still, it earns a spot for helping define the flavor of that era. Number 5. Malibu Coconut Rum, Vacation in a Bottle. Even today, Malibu is everywhere. One whiff and you're thinking beach, pool, summer, and fruity drinks with tiny umbrellas. Malibu tastes like coconut candy, soft rum, and light sweetness. It shines in Malibu and pineapple, Malibu and Coke, frozen tropical drinks, and simple mixed drinks that just need a vacation vibe. Malibu is not deep or complex, but it never lied to you. It promised fun, coconut, easy sipping, and it still gives you exactly that. Simple, clear, and still loved. Number 4. Southern Comfort, Sweet Whiskey Vibes, often called SoCo. Back in the day, it showed up in SoCo and Coke, in Alabama Slammers, and in a bunch of party shots and mixed drinks. The flavor is sweet, lightly fruity, a bit spicy, and kind of like whiskey that got dressed up for a night out. For a lot of people, it tastes like college nights, loud bars, and bad choices with your best friends. But mixed right, Southern Comfort has real personality. It's more than just sugar. It has a warm, deep taste that fits well in certain cocktails. It's a little old school now, but it still has fans and it still has character. That's why it sits at number 4, a little messy, but way more interesting than the pure sugar bottles below it. Number 3, Jägermeister, the famous German herbal liqueur. It is dark, thick, and almost black in the glass. It tastes like licorice, herbs, spice, and a touch of medicine, but in a way a lot of people actually love. In the late 1990s and the 2000s, Jaeger bombs took over, Jaeger with an energy drink. But long before that, Jaeger was already being poured ice cold from the freezer as straight shots at bars. People either love it or hate it, but almost nobody forgets it. Jaeger ranks this high because it has a real strong, unique flavor. It is not just sugar and coloring, and it became a huge part of party and shot culture that lasted well past the 90s. It is bold, it is messy, and it is still going strong. Number 2, Kahlua, the coffee cocktail workhorse. If you've had a White Russian, a mudslide, or a layered shot like a B-52, you've probably had Kahlua. It tastes like coffee, chocolate, vanilla, and sweet rum all mixed together. It has real depth, not just sugar. Kahlua works in creamy cocktails, coffee drinks, dessert-style drinks, and even poured over ice cream. It can stand on its own over ice or with cream, and it also plays well with other ingredients. Unlike a lot of bottles we talked about earlier, Kahlua actually builds a drink instead of just making it candy-like. It is still popular, still useful, and still tastes good. That is why it deserves the number 2 spot. It is one of the rare 80s and 90s staples that still feels completely at home on a bar shelf today. Number 1, Bailey's Irish Cream, the creamy classic. If you have ever had a B-52, a Baby Guinness shot, Bailey's in your coffee, or just Bailey's over ice, you know why it is here. Bailey's tastes like cream, chocolate, vanilla with a soft, gentle whiskey note. It is smooth, rich, and very easy to drink. It works in coffee, hot chocolate, holiday drinks, dessert cocktails, and straight over ice. It is one of the best-selling liqueurs in the world, and it has stayed popular for decades. Bailey's takes the crown because it was huge in the 80s and the 90s. It is still huge today. It fits into tons of drinks, and it actually tastes good on its own. It is the rare classic that never really went out of style. That is why Bailey's is number 1. It is the creamy king of old-school bar bottles.